My name is Shalini Arora Kochhar and I'm your X Factor coach. In case you're wondering what that means, I bring out the best in you. Good conversation is as stimulating as black coffee and just as hard to sleep after. We cannot change others, so let's change ourselves. What brought about this video? A friend of mine called, and after the initial, hey, how are you doing? It was, tell me what's going on. Normally a person who talks a dime a dozen was asking me to speak. That's when I realized the void. There was no parties to go to, no conversations possible on which shoes and bags did you buy, and people are done talking COVID times. The world has changed, and now to keep our social connections, we have to make phone calls, meet in small groups, which all leads to conversation. And who do we want to talk to? It's interesting people. So here's the prep on how you can be that person that people look forward to meeting and talking to. I call this foreplay. Let me tell you, style is more important than substance to get started. So shoulders back, a bit of attitude, oomph in the posture, and a smile on the face. Do I see that smile? Okay, let's get started then. The first thing is the energy with which you start a conversation, meeting, or picking up the phone. So number one, be the good energy you want to attract. A simple hi versus how amazing to see you, or wow, now that's a pleasant surprise. How would you want to be greeted? Similarly on the phone. Hey, how come you called? Or wow, that's a pleasant surprise. I'm so happy to hear from you. I was thinking about you just the other day. You can brighten up the other person's day simply by your greeting. Use that power. A happy person attracts people. A happy hello already makes you likable. Number two, tone and voice modulation. Match the tone to the other person. People can understand happiness, sadness, anger, your emotions in your voice. And I don't mean if you're talking to a depressed person, so you start sounding depressed, but definitely empathy in your voice, because that's what they want to hear. Like the other day, I called up a friend who'd just woken up, and I, with my enthusiastic self, said, hey, what's going on? She's like, calm down, babe. I just opened my eyes. So match the tone and mood. Be honest when you speak. Pretentious people are a complete turn off. The tone and honesty in your voice is important. Number three, let the smile reach your eyes. I was telling a friend the other day how I've been appointed as the president of Monaco for a leading women's organization. And she smiled and said, oh, nice, congratulations. I knew instantly that she was not really happy, not judging, but years of studying body language and teaching the science. When you're appreciating someone, let the smile reach your eyes. Don't Botox those crow's feet. They show your honesty and warmth. Number four, be likable, hang with likable. If we interact with people we don't like, we also become less memorable because our energy is not memorable. We already have that preconceived notion about the person, and that's how our demeanor reacts when we meet. Don't think you're Angelina Jolie and you can act your way in relationships. If you don't like someone, leave it at hi, how are you? Number five, don't be a prototype. Same type of and regular conversations physiologically have no effect and pleasure on the other person. It's a fact. Keep reinventing yourself. Number six, ask, don't tell. Be Sherlock Holmes. From what I know, he sat on one chair and just by the right questions, he was able to solve anything, Verbally, we can trigger dopamine. So ask positive questions with a happy smile. Be sure to get a positive answer with a smile right back. If your question has a one-word answer, you have to start all over again. But a very important point to remember. In this case, I've seen it happen, to a lot of people. I've been to parties, and when you ask a person, oh, what's going on? And a person takes off on a story, and the other person is distracted, waiting to see his next hello or, move on. Sense a vibe. Don't go on with the story. Sometimes it's just a rhetorical question. Listen more than you talk. 2 ears, one mouth. Remember? If they're not much of talkers, Ask the right questions to bring out the best in them. Be mindful and present when they answer you. People never forget people that listen. It's a rare species. You'll be remembered and you may have lightened someone's heart in the process. Number 7, mirror a person. People either like people like themselves or people that they want to aspire to be. Opposites attract can be a starter, but it's the similarities that keep us together. The mirroring actually leads to rapport, connection. And only 7% is because of words. Mirror their words, tone, tempo, volume, posture, gestures. In fact, it's very funny. My husband keeps shaking his foot when we're chilling together, and it irritates the living daylights out of me. But I made the peace. Now I shake my foot along with him. I think that's the reason for our happily ever after. 8, common topics. Talk about topics they like. Look for signs when people talk. What's their turn on? People love that person that talks about their passions. You've nailed it if you get them going. Number 9, don't be a people pleaser. Being nice is boring. Well, definitely suspicious. If you keep agreeing with everyone, the person across may lose interest in raising debatable topics with you. Like they say, a person that doesn't stand for anything falls for everything. Number 10, yearn to learn. This is a rare quality, but they say if you think that way, you have a growth mindset. To the extent that you will look at every person differently if you think you can learn something from them. It will also give you the patience to listen, and don't listen to respond. I kind of want to stop speaking when the person across wants to, jump in with a similar experience. Wait. If he wants to know, he will ask. Number 11, go beyond routine patterns, comfort zones. When you keep doing the same things, you will talk about the same things. So to be interesting, you have to do interesting things. To break your pattern, your routine, your habit, your comfort zone, say yes to one new thing every day. Popular questions for stimulating conversations. Number 1, how and where did you meet? If there's a partner situation, everyone loves to tell that story. Number 2, vacations, favorite destinations. What does that place remind you of? Favorite places to eat there. Anything related to going down memory lane, always happy hormones. When a person meets you, there are 2 emotions. Either you make them anxious or bored, or they're excited and happy to see you. And did you know that the feelings in the stomach for both anxiety and for excitement is butterflies in the stomach? And you know what? What differentiates them is simply mindset. How you're thinking of a situation, positively or negative. So create that situation that a person wants to see you over and over again. Number 3, New Year resolutions has always been a good question. It's not necessary that it's January. You can address it at any time of the year. What you thought, how much did you achieve? What have you accomplished this year till now? You can go on about this, and you can actually change the situation and alter it to the time of the year that it is. We can take it up from wherever we left off. It's a conversation that always gets people talking about what they want to do and their passions. Monitor your intake, and I mean reading, watching, eating, the works. You become what you consume. So be mindful of your movies, shows, books. Divide equally between learning and sometimes just letting your hair down with humor and rom-coms or mysteries. Number 5, new is exciting. It makes you want to talk. If you want to read a particular kind of book, try something different. Helps change perspective and makes you want to talk. Therefore makes you interesting, right? And not repetitive and mundane. So do something new. In fact, recently a friend of mine, she's watching Harry Potter with her kids, which is not her kind of thing normally, but clearly doing something different from her usual. She wants to talk all the time about it. That's what new things do to us. Number 6, easy is not fun and interesting. So find unusual stuff to read. Ask a friend who reads if you have to. Watch a different channel of news. If you must read books and watch TV that stimulate your conversation ability, do differently every time. I like the what, how questions. Why irritates me. What they think, how they're thinking, what intrigues them, what they're learning, how they learn. These are good questions always. Let me tell you, if you expect the other person to be interesting, they usually live up to your expectation. So be interesting and hang out with interesting people. It makes life worth living and talking about. Great conversation doesn't necessarily mean great topics. It's about the entire package. I've been told I can talk to a tree. Trust me, it's a skill. Conversation about weather is the last refuge of the unimaginative, said Oscar Wilde. Leave people better than you find them. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Women on Top TV, and keep watching out for more interesting videos. This is your coach signing off for today. Keep watching and keep talking, Shalini says.